Welcome, everyone, to the Learning Corner, your go-to place for understanding the complexities of human emotions and how they shape our lives. If you're new here, we invite you to join our community by subscribing. Don't forget to share our content with your friends, hit that like button if you find the video helpful, and leave a comment below. We love to hear your thoughts and insights. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that touches all of us in one way or another: fear. Fear can be daunting, overwhelming even, but it's also a fascinating aspect of our lives. It's a journey we all undertake, and here at the Learning Corner, we believe knowledge is the key to navigating this journey. Knowledge is power, and when shared, it can illuminate the path for us all. So let's embark on this journey together and explore the power, understanding, and management of fear. Stay tuned because you're about to discover how fear, often seen as a roadblock, can be harnessed to unlock your full potential. Let's dive in. What if I told you that fear, the very emotion that holds us back, could also be the key to unlocking our full potential? Fear. It's an emotion that's as old as life itself. Born out of the need for survival, it triggers a primitive response in us, the famous fight or flight reaction. It's a primal instinct hardwired into our DNA, designed to keep us safe from harm. Yet in our modern-day society, fear often does more than just keep us safe. It can hold us back, prevent us from taking risks, and keep us from reaching our full potential. In its essence, fear is an emotional response to perceived threats. It's the body's way of saying, hey, there's danger afoot. But fear is not just biological, it's psychological too. Our minds, in their complexity, can create fear out of mere thoughts, causing us to worry about things that have not yet happened and may never happen at all. Fear can be a barrier, a wall that keeps us from moving forward. It can cloud our judgment, skew our decision-making, and even affect our overall well-being. It can make us choose safety over growth, comfort over challenge, familiar over unknown. But what if we told you that fear isn't just a barrier? What if it could also be a motivator? Indeed, fear can be a powerful force that drives us to action. It can push us to prepare for the future, to work harder towards our goals, and to fight for what we believe in. It can make us resilient in the face of adversity and can even inspire greatness. However, the key lies in how we perceive and handle our fears. When we let fear control us, it becomes a hindrance. But when we learn to manage it, to understand it, fear can be a catalyst for change, a tool for personal growth, and a stepping stone towards achieving our dreams. But what if we could manage our fear? Harness it even? The possibilities could be endless. To conquer fear, we first need to understand it. Recognize it for what it is. Fear is an integral part of our human experience. It's a survival mechanism that has been wired into us since our earliest ancestors roamed the earth. It's what makes our heart race when we're about to give a big presentation, or the chill that runs down our spine when we hear a strange noise in the middle of the night. This healthy fear is a normal response to a perceived threat. It can be a powerful motivator, pushing us to overcome challenges and reach for our goals. But fear can also be debilitating. It can hold us back, keeping us from taking risks or pursuing our passions. This kind of fear often stems from past experiences or deep-seated beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. It's the fear that whispers in our ear, telling us we're not good enough, that we'll fail, that we're not worthy of success. This is the fear we need to understand and overcome. Understanding our fears requires introspection. It's about digging deep and uncovering the roots of our fear. It's about asking ourselves tough questions. What am I really afraid of? Why does this particular fear have such a hold on me? How is this fear affecting my life? It's not an easy process and it can be uncomfortable, but it's a necessary step in managing our fears. Research shows that fear manifests differently in everyone. Our past experiences, our upbringing, our personal beliefs, they all play a role in shaping our fears. But the key takeaway here is that our fear is not an insurmountable obstacle. It's a part of us, yes, but it doesn't define us. It's something we can understand, something we can manage. Understanding is the first step towards conquering. Let's dive deeper into managing fear. Now that we understand fear, it's time to learn how to manage it. When it comes to managing fear, researchers and psychologists have identified several effective strategies. Let's dive into some of the most practical research-based methods. First off, we have exposure therapy. This method involves gradually and repeatedly exposing yourself to the thing that scares you. The idea is to desensitize you to your fear over time. For example, if you have a fear of heights, you might start by simply looking at pictures of high places, then progress to standing on a chair, then maybe climbing a ladder, and so on. Studies have shown that exposure therapy can be highly effective for many types of fear, from phobias to post-traumatic stress disorder. Next, we have mindfulness. Mindfulness is a form of meditation where you focus on being intensely aware of what you're sensing and feeling in the moment, without interpretation or judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to observe your fears and anxieties without getting caught up in them. Research has found that mindfulness can reduce anxiety and improve mental well-being. Then there's cognitive behavioral therapy, often referred to as CBT. This is a type of psychotherapy that helps you understand how your thoughts and feelings influence your behaviors. With CBT, you can learn to identify and challenge the negative thought patterns that fuel your fears. Numerous studies have demonstrated the effectiveness of CBT in reducing fear and anxiety. Lastly, let's talk about physical exercise. Regular exercise is good for your body, but it's also beneficial for your mind. When you exercise, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. These act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Exercise can help you feel more confident and less anxious. A consistent exercise routine, according to research, can reduce symptoms associated with mild to moderate anxiety and improve your sense of well-being. However, it's important to remember that everyone is different. What works for one person might not work for another. You might find that a combination of these strategies works best for you, or you might discover other methods that help you manage your fear. The key is to be patient with yourself. Overcoming fear is not about eliminating it entirely. That's impossible. Instead, it's about learning to coexist with your fear, to acknowledge it without letting it control you. It's about finding the courage to face what scares you and realizing that you are stronger than your fear. Lastly, don't be afraid to seek professional help if you're struggling to manage your fear on your own. Therapists and psychologists are trained to help you navigate these challenges and can provide you with the tools and strategies you need to overcome your fears. Remember, these methods are not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about finding what works best for you. So what happens when we start managing our fear effectively? Well, the benefits are immense and far-reaching. One of the most striking benefits is improved decision-making. Fear often clouds our judgment, making us choose the path of least resistance. But when we learn to manage fear, we can evaluate situations more objectively and make smarter, more informed decisions. Research from the field of cognitive psychology supports this, showing that individuals who effectively manage their fear are better at problem-solving and decision-making. Another significant benefit is the boost in confidence. When we're not constantly on edge, worried about potential threats or failures, we become more confident in our abilities. We start taking on challenges we would have otherwise avoided. We become braver, bolder, and more assertive. As a result, we enjoy a higher quality of life. Then there's the positive impact on our mental and physical health. Fear and stress go hand in hand, and chronic stress can wreak havoc on our bodies and minds. It can lead to heart disease, diabetes, depression, and a host of other health issues. But when we manage fear, our stress levels drop. This reduction in stress can lead to better sleep, improved digestion, lower blood pressure, and an overall sense of well-being. Studies from the field of psychoneuroimmunology confirm this, demonstrating a strong link between fear management and improved health outcomes. Moreover, managing fear opens the door to personal growth and self-improvement. It allows us to step out of our comfort zones and explore new opportunities. We start to see fear not as a barrier, but as a catalyst for growth. We become more resilient, more adaptable, and more open to change. In short, managing fear can transform our lives in profound and meaningful ways. It gives us the freedom to live fully, authentically, and courageously. It's not about eliminating fear entirely, but about learning to navigate it, to use it as a tool for growth and empowerment. Imagine a life where fear no longer holds you back, but pushes you forward. That's the power of managing fear. Managing fear is not a destination. but a journey. And like all journeys, it starts with a single step. This single step could be as simple as acknowledging your fear or as significant as seeking professional help. There's no right or wrong path in this journey, just the one that works best for you. It's crucial to remember that it's okay to seek help. In fact, professional guidance can often provide the tools and strategies you may need to manage your fears effectively. You don't have to go through it alone. But remember, managing fear is not an overnight change. It's a process, a journey. It's about learning, growing, and continually adapting. It's about understanding that fear is not a barrier, but a stepping stone to a stronger and more resilient you. Remember, fear is not your enemy, it's a part of you. And when you learn to manage it, you unlock a new level of potential within yourself.